In the Butler bucket. Mid-range rejected by Butler. And here come the Cats again. Butler down the lane.
That's too easy. Tom, that's just too easy. There's
Wilbur Wright.
Yeah, they had a bicycle shot, kind of a machine shot. What shot? Amari Williams out of short corner. Talking about the first airplane to fly.
Last win against a top 25 opponent came against Butler in 2007. That was a nice finish.
Really nice take by Butler. Split up when they get into traffic. Not this guy. Under control, bam. Low, strong, tough. Well done by Butler.
A couple of teams as odds favorites are close to it, win a national title for the first time, like Houston and Bama. Butler with the turnaround. And he gets it to roll home. That's 9 for Lamont Butler. And he pointed to walk-on Walker Horn. He said, this guy never stops talking, which was a total joke. I mean, he ran off the cuff. Aiden Davis, the freshman on the floor for Wright State. Butler, beautiful spin.
The Butler did it, huh? Did he not? So he rapping on Big Blue Madness, a song that he wrote, but he puts no.
Brea. Does he do a heat check?
Let's see.
Lamont Butler, nobody stopped him. He went to the rack and finished. Corner three from Almanor is no good. Lamont Butler skying for the rebound, and he puts it in.
What a rebound. Nobody boxed out on the weak side.
Williams, such a good passer. There it is. They run a lot of offense through him at the high post. How often do you see the 5-man hit the point?
Yeah, there's too many points in the paint that Kentucky's giving up to Duke.
They've now got 20 points in the paint. Butler buries a 3. And that one is short as well.
Duke just has not been able to find the range from 3.
That will count for Lamont Butler.
Opportunity after opportunity for the Blue Devils on Go State. Gets ahead of steam, gets some contact, a little fake, and then finishes it with the left hand. Kentucky putting pressure on Duke.
For Kentucky, so they've gotten a little bit bigger. Flag knocked away from behind by Butler.
And where it will be.
And Mark Pope is asking for a review. We are inside of 2 minutes, and he is asking the officials to go to the monitor.
A lot of open shots. They almost got in the gap there on Owe's drive, but he was able to get out of that double team that shifted over. A little step back 3 from Butler. True.
That's a good sign for Kentucky.
5 sophomores, 5 juniors, and 5 seniors. Butler probing in the paint. Now a step back. Fading jumper is good, and Butler off to a hot start.
Kentucky's
just 4 of 21 from the field and 0 of 12 from downtown.
Yeah, that's until they start making a few threes, it's going to be a struggle, especially if they're making twos and get
20 from deep. Down the lane, Butler like a freight train off the glass and in.
Get to that mid-range, it's a shot he can make.
Butler, a little fake to his right. The 3 is good.
Dangerous jab step. Short. Very, very short. Legs aren't into their shot.
11th rebound for Amari Williams. Right down the lane. To see what that looks like tonight in this matchup. As Butler able to keep the ball, goes to the rack and finishes. Butler will spot up from the 3. Good.
Perfect. I mean, just you got 0.5 seconds to make a decision if you're Kentucky, and that's what they're doing.
Oh, what a save by Otega Owe on the steal to Butler. Left-handed finish. McMillan, little floater, in and out, no good. Butler comes away with it, 2-on-1 if he wants to hurry. Butler down the lane, a dunk, thunderous through the lane.
He had that look in his eye right around the 3-point. Here, that's not been a no look.
From a 7-footer, and then Butler, yeah, that was a business decision, wisely done, to get out of the way.
Why they get up shots so quick? They just straight up attack, and if they don't have a shot, they're throwing it out to nobody. Marshall threw it to Butler, the Euro step and the easy layup. Cats by 2. And Butler off that Kentucky has, along with Butler and Owe. And the DNA of this team is built around defense. Inside and a chance for three. Lamont Butler connects and shooting a free throw when we return.
That are very familiar with the system at Western Kentucky. Went to the tournament last year, so they're still hungry. Butler again, just pushing it, and he's so under control.
Kentucky, a completely different system. They run the 5-out pro offense. Inside, that's Lamont Butler, the San Diego State transfer. First bucket for the Wildcats.
Good drive there by Lamont. You'll see so much later how they play defense.
He's 3 off the mark as Butler. Behind the back, nobody stops ball, and he goes coast to coast.
Lamont mentioned they'll run a lot of the UCLA high post offense principles, but it doesn't mean that's all they will run. As Butler once again able to come off that screen roll with a hesitation dribble to free.
Barr sets the screen. Butler decides to probe and go himself. Another bucket for Butler. Hamilton got the start for Georgia State. Butler cannot be denied. He's now in double figure down for Carr.
Well, in the lefty, have to develop something going over your left shoulder with your right hand to have a counter.
Butler, how about that change of direction?
Nice.
Extra early to get the single rim in the park.
Listen, that's a beautiful story, and that's what you need more of. I mean, unfortunately, you don't have those situations.
Up top for Kentucky. Hands it off to Butler. They had an alley-oop set up, and the shot goes up, and it will count. Lamont Butler doing a good job probing, and instead of throwing the pass, he threw it in the hoop.
Butler has really elevated his play this year, Ravi, finishing around the rim. It was not his strength last year.
Butler, boy, he has learned to do that. A prober, and it's a rebound and a no-look pass that goes right to Kentucky. Butler sees a lane, throws it up and in. Pretty play, Lamont Butler. Then out for Zachary. Look at Butler push. Alley-oop, got it. Nice play. He's a difference maker when he's on the other. Takes it to the rack.
Jackson Robinson tried to shortcut it and go under that screen and say it was from behind the entire time.
Pretty play by Butler again, probing into that lane. Field goal. They double him. Someone's got to be open. It's Butler. It's good.
He's open because of the gravity ability of break.
Fires. Air ball. They'll get another chance. Butler, with 3 seconds to go, gets it to go. It cuts that lead to
Hager. They were without a point guard in that game. He took over and was magnificent.
Amari Williams with the deflection. Butler for three. And Kentucky can't miss. Kentucky's getting up and down the floor, getting good looks, and Jay, all 5 starters have already scored in this game.
Anytime there's been a miss or a chance.
What do you, or should I stop asking questions, or what do you remember about that game?
I remember we shot 60% in the first half, and they still cost us. They were really good. Lancaster Gordon.
16 point, 10 assist, 7 steal game in their blowout win of Indiana as Butler lays it in. And then he had 30 on the game clock. Butler the drive. Up and in. And Kentucky will take a 6-point lead into the locker room at halftime. Took a lot of the starch out of the building right away to begin the second half. It got a lot quieter. Butler. That'll get the noise going again.
Lamont Butler and Jackson Robinson have not missed from the field.
Robinson behind a screen from Williams. Missed it. But Carr somehow got the offensive rebound, and Butler buries it. And again, a very thin team due to injuries for Case and Pryor, Corin Johnson, and Abubakar Traore. Another Kentucky three. And coaches meticulously, right?
Well, they make hard cuts. There's one of them.
Yeah. And another 2 for Butler. He's now tied his. And again, some offense through Williams. He had 4 assists in the first half. Butler, boy, you talk about strength. You saw it there. Butler the drive and kick. Owe couldn't handle it. Shot clock's at 2. Butler again.
I was going to say former teammates, former school. The teammates weren't there.
Butler, pretty flush.
And how about the pass by the big? Pretty play.
Has maintained the lead since the opening three-pointer. Lamont Butler with the flush. Cats by one. Top of the key. Butler close on Thornton. Now they double team him.
Nice
paid off.
Nice
behind
pass.
the back pass. And the finish in the flush by Garrison.
That's what they have to do. Step it up. A nice little wrinkle. Gets a good open floor. Maybe gets the juices flowing a little bit. And what a great backhand pass, huh? Nice inside out. Oh, nice block, Butler.
Butler kicked it out of there.
How big was that? Mobley was unable to see it. And right here, the excellent block. Well, he does a lot of nice things. Butler.
That player behind the scenes as well. That of course is critical to boosting that chemistry after the Lilly jumper. Lamont Butler there was getting hounded in the backcourt. Kentucky today, a little better from distance. Almanor wants it. Short. Butler tapped it. And it ricochets in off of a bare defender.
He is an impressive 7 of 16, 44% from three. And now Butler takes it away from Clayton. Lays it in and one.
Boy, Dan, not only the steal.
Got it to go, but just beautiful defense with that right hand. Watch how he shields the ball off with the left hand and uses his body so Condon has the second half with the ball.
Butler from 18. It will go, and it's a 10-point lead.
Really important for Kentucky after the initial shot.
Clayton turned it over. Butler again. Cats, yet another steal by Butler, and again he finishes at the other end. Kentucky by 10. Time now for the Jeep halftime report.
In transition.
Amari Williams with the ball. Great feed to the cutting Butler, and another example of how Mark Pope runs offense through his bigs. Boy, and does it feel like Florida desperately needs a stop. They're not going to get it. Butler lays it in. Over 9 times, but Kentucky has turned those turnovers into 20 points.
Yeah, they've been very efficient scoring off those turnovers.
Lamont Butler knocks down a corner three.
Boy, it's so often the inbounder that's open.
He runs the show for the Wildcats. He is dynamic with the ball in his hands, goes to the cup, and he's got the first bucket for Kentucky. Lawrence trying to get downhill. Pass inside is picked off. Butler with nobody in front of him. And it's an early 4
minutes and get better looks on the court.
Williams inside, missing first, trying to tip it up, no good, but a third attempt is there by Butler. Butler with a step back three and gives Kentucky the lead.
That is tough right there. Beautiful move by Lamont Butler. So efficient coming off that. I'll tell you, he has not disappointed.
And off the inbound, Butler with the slam. Effect right now. Backdoor cut, Butler protects himself on the other side of the rim. He now has
flying out, put it on the deck, and get a shot at the rim.
Garrison throws it down, the lob pass from Butler. Makes it a 2-point game. Here's Butler, 1. Gets the shot away, rips the net at the horn. A big 3 for the Cats. The road to the hump. Difficult place to play. The 49th point on the court of the first half. Here's Carr. Butler. He rips it. And the beat goes on with the Kentucky the way they're shooting the basketball. Oh, nice cut. Butler. Easy little finger roll. Dump it off to the big man. Williams, who gets it back to Butler. His little floater in the lane is good. A 2-possession game. And an offensive attempt. They can't come down with it. Solomon Washington.
Good pass, Butler. Find a cutting. Wow. Oh, what a play by Robinson.
What a cut and what a finish by Jackson Robinson. I love how he finished his cut, Ravi. He's got to cut through contact, and watch Robinson. He's going to go and finish that cut and get all the way to the restricted arc right around that rim, and then finishes on the backside with a tough
team to get on track shooting the ball. He knows they're better shooters than the percentages suggest.
Yeah, as good as they've been, there's another level for this Alabama team.
Great games. He was the Hard Hat Award winner in those games. This is a blue-collar team, even though they put up a ton of shots.
And Lamont Butler knocks down a three. Only the fourth time in program history that has happened. Last time was 1994. Pretty basketball, give and go between Butler and Garrison.
Look at this back cut, passed off, just a little step and go, and because there wasn't enough pressure on the ball, that pass is able to be...
Helps, now back to Robinson. Butler trying desperately to get the shot off. He will, and he's fouled.
And whoever got it, it looked like it was foot jump stop. He can pivot, and then he uses the shot fake, two of them, to get both Grant and Nelson.
SEC only scored 64 points on their home court in that loss on Tuesday. They might hit 100 here today. Butler with a big shot. Wow.
Got 4. He still has 4. Williams with a rip. Butler wide open, got it.
Yeah, you have to make Vanderbilt pay when they don't clean up the miss. Now Vanderbilt's been very good, Ravi, only allowing...
Couldn't get that one to go. They've been cold. Butler sees a window, up and in.
And again, that's on Vanderbilt. Absolutely applaud Lamont Butler, but way to the rim, not even touched. And boy, Vanderbilt, as good as they've been offensively in this game.
45 seconds left in this first half. Butler working the pick and roll, throwing it up, and Williams goes and gets it.
Butler lowers that shoulder. Looks pretty good.
Yeah, he starts and the head of the snake does a nice job of going into the defense, right? Jamari Thomas, he has a side, got to get more.
Backdoor cut, there goes Butler, plus the foul.
Slip, you see Lamont Butler, boom. He slips and goes to the basket, and that's what I meant when I...
Mission of the night.
Lamont Butler on Zakai Ziegler, and Atega Owe guarding Chaz Lanier, their best shooter.
An immediate steal by Lamont Butler, and he'll lay it in.
Find you. And then on the ball, if you show it, try to cross over in front of him. He could just time that. He took it right out of the hand. In gaps, you really have to move and cut hard.
Here's Butler flying inside and laying it in. Albie Brea misses the three, and a run out now for Gainey. And Butler just picked his pocket.
What a steal.
And what a pass. Away! Ziegler and Jemai Meshack. Butler into the paint, up and good.
And stayed connected. They've been able to get the win in the last game, and he hopes that type of connectivity will create some momentum for the Sooners.
Great sign for Lamont Butler. Absorbs the contact and a chance for 3.
The contact, Butler utilizing that screen roll, fakes it, goes all the way to the basket and able to muscle that one up. Huge shot.
These guys are good, and they know it. You can see it in practice and pregame warm-ups. And Butler takes one right back and lays it in.
He just measured that dribble.
High post, good cut by Carter. Shot rejected at the rim by Carr. Oh! And the finish by Butler.
Nice block, good help that time by Andrew Carr. Otega Owe, what we call the throw-ahead pass, and Lamont Butler with the beautiful finish. Go upstairs, the left shoulder's hurting a little bit, but the Miller, keep those guys, keep that core there.
Different world now in college basketball, especially with that portal.
Oh, good alley-oop. Williams dunks it home.
And Mark Pope has fit in perfectly.
He has.
A lot of questions when Coach Cal left, and I think it was good for both Arkansas and Kentucky as Lamont Butler looking as healthy as I've seen him in a long time.
Grill forced to chase Brea. Here's Carr on the other side. Butler in the paint. Great finish for guys playing hurt. Nearly fell on that left shoulder. Oway picks up Brea. Butler got him at Cruz. Got deep. Put him to sleep with the fadeaway.
You got to sit on his right hand. Well, they have lived with the second chance points. That's now 13-2 advantage Missouri.
And nobody stops Lamont Butler.
So look how quickly Butler gets the rim. 2 dribbles, 1, 2. We always talk about playing off.
Bench. Butler reverse. That's pretty. Rabbi in 4 seconds. Lamont Butler, a one-man fast break. And that's disheartening to play. But look at Lamont Butler. Look at the opposite clock. 25 seconds. He was a one-man fast.
Control. That's something that Brad Underwood talked about yesterday, that they can win the game on the glass.
It's a steal by the defensive-minded Butler to Brea.
And that's been a problem for Jonas in 3.
Williams played 4 years at Drexel. Almanor. Butler, a 3. It's Lamont Butler.
If you're Kentucky, you can't leave him. They had rotated to him and then left him.
Oh, he knifes his way in for 2.
Wow, he just went right through a bigger player in Carr.
Butler, 3. Bullseye. Shoulder and all. Got the Williams screen. Works his way in with a dazzling move to get open and throw off the defense.
Guards have gotten so good with what Butler does.
Will try to work his way into White. Jonas is there. Stolen by Butler. Inside Garrison. Oh!
Defensive player. And this is a huge play after Illinois gets a stop. Steal and to the assist, Garrison.
The defense by Ziegler with the shot clock down to 4. Butler will put up a 3. And hits it.
It's a big one there.
Hey, hit 39% for Hofstra last year. Nice cut and finish. Williams to Butler. With Milicic on Butler. Butler goes right back into the paint. Shot fake and 2.
Yeah, he saw Milicic was on him, figured he couldn't stay with him, and he couldn't.
15-point game. Butler cuts it down to 12.
They're everywhere. 5 guys on a string.
Butler penetrating and scoring.
Great move. That time he took Opara to the basket.
Butler for 3. It's good. That was it.
That was the game right there. That 3 by Ziegler, that was it. They turned it over.
Butler hits the 3.